So what's the best driver Callaway has made since 2020? Well, I'm going to find out in today's video. I have a driver head from each year, 2020 through 2025, to find out which is the longest, fastest, best driver that they have made. Is it the newest one, or is it one from the past that still outperforms the newer releases? So let's get into it. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to take all of these out to the range to seed them 1 through 6. 3 drives, average total distance. I got to hit these outside because I haven't hit a Callaway driver in 20 years. The last time I used a Callaway driver was the GBB2, 2004, 2005. Then I was a Titleist player into my professional career. Then I was a TaylorMade player for the longest time. And then since I've been testing golf clubs here on YouTube, I actually haven't tested a Callaway driver. So this is my first time hitting any of these heads. So I had to take them outside to get an impression for just how they looked, how they felt. And just we're going average distance. We'll seed them 1 through 6. 1 and 2 seeds, we'll get a bye. Then we'll do a quarterfinal bracket, a semifinal bracket, and then a final bracket to determine which one is the best of these last 6 driver releases. I have the lowest spinning head from each of these years. Sub-Zero, Max LS, and then all the triple diamonds. All of these heads were provided by Next Round Golf, which is an awesome used golf club marketplace that I actually just visited in Richmond, or their warehouse. And I took all of these heads home with me to use them. And then I'm sending them all back because these are all live on their website. So if you're looking for a great used Callaway driver, check out Next Round Golf. So out on the range, I started with the Rogue ST Max LS.
First time hitting a Callaway driver since 2004. That looks pretty good. Pretty good little pull. Ooh, that was smashed. Yeah. Off the toe.
With an average of 295 range balls, 3 swings, I could only see carry. I have no dog in the fight, just giving it a go and seeing what happens. 295. Then I went into Paradigm.
Okay, Paradigm. I like that. That reminds me of the GBB2, that blue. That wasn't hit very well, but it still did pretty good on low ball speed. Yeah, smashed. Damn. Wow. Holy cow. That felt awesome.
Which gave me an average of 302.7. Then I went into Epic Max LS.
It doesn't sound great. Not bad, though. It's straight, but gosh, it sounds terrible.
This was a different. This one didn't do so hot with an average of 290.8. Then we went Elite.
That looks pretty solid. It's not my favorite head shape comparatively across the OEMs, but that looks pretty good. Man, that was straight off the toe, but that was fast. Yeah, wow. Not bad there.
With an average of 304.8. Maverick.
Here we go, pandemic time. Can't say I like the look of that, the shape of that. Oh my gosh, that felt amazing. Holy cow. That one felt pretty good for a miss hit too. Just a lot of spin. Right off the heel, but that was pretty damn solid.
With an average of 286.1, there was a couple real duds in there. And then finally, AI Smoke.
This is last year's that looks fine to my eye. The Callaway head shape definitely is different than what I'm used to. That was so high on the face, and it still carried a crap ton for a range ball. Off the heel. Okay.
With an average of 296.3. So to seed them, we're going to go Elite as number 1, Paradigm number 2, AI Smoke number 3, Rogue ST number 4, Epic Max LS number 5, and Maverick was number 6. So these 2 are getting a first round bye as we head into the quarterfinals, which is here in the garage. And the quarterfinals, I'm looking at a little bit more data. It's like a 3-point system. You need to win 2 out of 3 to win your bracket. So the first point would be average carry. Second point is average ball speed. And if it's a tie break, if they're tied, if they each get 1, we'll go total because that effectively incorporates spin. Oh, and I was using a Diamante whiteboard for all of this because my next door neighbor had a Diamante whiteboard with a Callaway tip on it. So that's the shaft I was using for all of this. Starting with the AI smoke, you see some pretty solid numbers. This thing felt really, really good, and it went up against Maverick, which actually performed so much better in here than it did outside. Outside, a couple spinners, but in here, it performed pretty dang well. And then we compare them head to head. AI Smoke is one of those really hot drivers that was released last year, and it did. It dominated. It won all three, winning the carry, winning the ball speed, and winning the total distance, eliminating Maverick Sub-Zero. Not that it's a bad driver, but I definitely see how Callaway has progressed and improved upon it, because this thing still delivered some ball speed, but in terms of carry, distance, and spin, it spun more, and that's gonna kind of what is gonna lose its distance. So that's why we see Maverick eliminated. So moving on to the next quarterfinal, four drives again. We have Epic Max LS from 2021 and Rogue ST Max LS from 2022. Epic Max, again, felt better inside than it did outside. Rogue felt really good, and it looked really good. This Rogue ST, because I know there was a Rogue released maybe in like 2018, I believe. To my eye and to feel, this felt really, really good. I'm just hitting them. I'm not looking at the data. And then when I compared them head to head, it was a lot closer than what I thought, because I thought Rogue destroyed it. And if we look at carry, Rogue got it by a couple yards. But then if we look at ball speed, Max LS actually snuck it out in ball speed by like 0.2 miles. So then we go to the tie break, and Rogue ST gets it in the tie break with a total of 309, slightly less spin. They were both more spinny options of all of the testing, but Rogue Max ST Max LS, Rogue ST Max LS, bit of a mouthful, has advanced to the semifinals. Rogue ST Max LS was on the shaft, so I started it in its semifinals, 5 drives. Again, it just looks really good. It felt really good, and I'm starting to groove it as well. My speed is coming up a little bit, which I think keeps all of this testing really unbiased and level, because, okay, the first bracket, I'm warming up, if you will, but that's apples to apples. And now we're loosening up. The speed's coming up, apples to apples. Great numbers with Rogue ST. And then I put it up against Elite. Pretty solid numbers as well. But when we look at them head to head, we see a tie in carry yardage. A tie. I don't think I've ever seen that in any of my testing. An absolute tie in carry yardage. Elite got it in ball speed. To this point, Elite was the fastest. I saw a drive inching to 172 ball speed. But Rogue ST Max gets it by 0.3 yards. 0.3 yards in total, because it just spun less. It spun pretty consistent, just a shade under 2,900 in both rounds. But for whatever reason, Elite Triple Diamond, with that setup, just spun more. If I lost it out to the right, it just spun more. So the 2025 driver has been eliminated. Fast. Good driver, looks great. Just for me and how I deliver it with that shaft setup, just spins a little bit too much. Oh, and for context, they're all 9-degree heads with the exception of the Paradigm. The Paradigm is an 8-degree head, but they're all 9-degree heads. So anyone in there that wants to comment, oh, it's spinning more because it does more off, 9 to 9, it's pretty spot on when it comes to loft on all of these drivers, but Elite's out of it. So the next semifinal, we have Paradigm against AI Smoke, 2024 against 2023. This was a fun one. This was a really good one. I started to really feel like I was going. The ball speed was upping, and Callaway has been known for making fast drivers since Paradigm, since 2023. Ball speed's getting up there, carry's getting up there, and spin wasn't too bad. So this is 5. I'm not eliminating any. This is just, we're testing the consistency of these things too. Paradigm gets the carry by 3 yards, ball speed by 2 miles, so then total by 4 yards. AI Smoke was awesome, but Paradigm was just, if AI Smoke was a 9 out of 10, Paradigm was a 10 out of 10. It felt closer when I was doing it and just kind of seeing the numbers, but not studying the numbers. Then when I put them all head to head, to see them like this, the way you're seeing them, just slightly better for Paradigm. So the last 2 releases have been eliminated. We're down to the 2023 and the 2022 heads for our finalists. 6 drives now. 6 drives, no trimming the fat, counting them as they fall. Paradigm against Rogue ST Max LS. Paradigm was on there, so I started with Paradigm. I was really impressed with how this felt. And I put Rogue ST Max on there, or Max LS, same thing. It was like, man, after that, after those 6, I thought it would be hard for this to compete or win. But then I hit those, and I'm like, man, this is going to be close. Like, this is going to be closer than when I did this with the TaylorMade drivers back at the NX spring. This is going to be a close finale because, again, we're seeing some pretty solid numbers through both of, or all of the 12 drives I hit. So comparing them head to head, Paradigm got it in the carry by quite a bit. The ball speed, though, Rogue got. I knew it was going to be close. So it's basically coming down to the tiebreaker because this one flew further. This one had more ball speed. This one was a better spinning driver for me. We saw this thing spinning to the 28s in its first 2 rounds, down to 26 because there was like one high one on the face that brought the spin down. This thing, 2,400 RPMs, launched a little bit high, which I tend to launch high in the garage. And then if we really want to nitpick, if you want to go simply not numbers, we can look at the shots. There's the shots for Rogue ST Max LS. Pretty solid, but 2 low left ones to kind of almost help it, if you will. Look at Paradigm. That's impressive. So we can talk about the numbers, the speed, the fast, the ball speed, the lack of spin, but also the shot shape, the dispersion. Paradigm, for me and my money, is the best driver that Callaway has released since 2020. The low spinning heads. I know I could have had, I think maybe a triple diamond in this. I'm not too sure. I believe there was a triple diamond that year, which maybe would have made this thing even better. But the 2023 Callaway Paradigm is the winner. Do you agree? Let me know in those comments below. Do you agree that this was the best one in my test? Do you agree that it's the best one if you're a Callaway player? What do you think is the best Callaway driver released since 2020? And many thanks to Next Round for hooking me up with all of these really great quality used drivers to use for this test because, well, you learned a lot and that was a lot of fun. And I look forward to doing this again with another brand. So let me know, what other brand should we do next? Next Round will help us out again. Head on over to Next Round if you want to snag a great Callaway driver or any great used club. And we'll see you in the next one.